Gotchasports. We are back for another episode. Carrie, how we feeling?
Great. We're over halfway through the work week.
Yep. Happy Thursday.
So, happy Thursday to everyone.
Your Friday.
My Friday. I'm pumped, obviously. Always am. Haven't been asked to come in on Friday. It's always a good feeling. Got word of a potential promotion here soon, maybe.
Ooh, sure, Gary. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Can't ever complain about that. So, good news all around this week. It's been a good week. Been pretty quick, honestly. I really don't know if it's from just purely betting on sports and watching my heart go up and down from all these shitty ass teams winning ball games and all the good teams just blowing it.
Yep.
Cubs blowing it, Tigers blowing it, Cardinals, they've rocky road up and down all year.
I appreciate you putting us in the good category because
Yeah,
we're not.
yeah. You got the Brewers who just can't. They don't know how to lose.
Nope.
So it's not good for the NL division right now, NL Central. But it's been a fun week. A lot of good sports going on, and it's official. College football is a month away.
Right around the corner, dude. Right around the
Yeah.
corner.
Yep. And I feel like this is peak male sports like time right now. Second half of MLB is going on. College football is coming up.
It's crazy because there's not many sports going on, but I feel like just with football right around the corner, both college football, NFL, I feel like this is the time where sports are honestly talked about the most in a sense.
So.
Because obviously season's going on, there's a ton to talk about, but I feel like right now is and if you're going to listen to a sports podcast or you're going to watch any sort of sports on television, whether it's ESPN, whatever, you're going to get the most information you've probably get at all throughout the year, just leading up to football starting. And then, that leads into college basketball and NBA and NHL picking back up. So, I mean, it's not the worst time. I can tell you that. We already got through that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think come the World Series, you're gonna have that to talk about. You're gonna be halfway through the college football season. You're gonna be a few weeks in the NFL season. You're gonna have college basketball ramping, not quite started, but about to ramp up, and you're gonna see all the teams that should be favorites throughout the season, and there's just an unlimited force to talk with.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see guys that you were like didn't know he played for that team now. And we're getting to that time where it's like, oh, that guy transferred to Kentucky. All right, here we go.
Yeah. That's when I see a lot of recognizable faces, but I couldn't tell you who they even played for the year before. I just know chances are they're probably pretty good.
Exactly. Well, if it's your first time joining us, welcome. We are Gotchasports. Today's episode, we're gonna go over the MLB All Star Game happened. Talk this first week back after the All Star break. Shorter episode today. Only gonna do one segment and call me crazy. Not had that on the podcast in quite a bit, so we're bringing it back here. And then we're gonna go through college football a little bit. We're gonna start slowly introducing it on this episode specifically with the Notre Dame football schedule because we're Notre Dame fans. Kind of talk through what the team looks like. I'm not going to go into deep with it because, quite frankly, we probably aren't qualified enough to do so. So we're going to give you what we know, what our feelings are.
Really good this year.
Yep, exactly. So sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy. But Carrie, MLB. We'll start off with the All Star Game. MLB All Star Game, and we said it on the podcast before. It does not miss the home run derby. What should actually be the home run derby. The home run swing off to end the game was electric. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's a great switch up. Honestly, there's been a lot of things with the actual home run derby I've disapproved of over the past few years, but adding this, this was the first ever extra inning All-Star Game too.
I don't know of all time, but definitely
I think in our lifetime at least. And I think, honestly, the coolest part of it for me, too, was one, seeing Schwarber kind of end things, being
Electric.
past Cubby. Yeah, he's electric. But also just seeing the NL win. I know there was a streak where I think the AL probably, I don't even know, won 6 years in a row or something like that.
In our lifetime, they dominated.
Yes, and I mean, deep down, do I really care? No,
Nah.
not one bit. I just care about how the Cubs are doing. But I don't know. It's just like a little extra motivation that maybe the Cubs are playing in the best league in baseball right now, and they're one of the top teams in the league too.
Yeah. Well, no, it definitely makes it more exciting coming from somebody that's not in that position. I'm sure you have a little bit more juice when you turn on a game nowadays. But no, the All Star game had an incredible ending. That is 100% exactly how it should have ended. Extra innings. You don't keep going through pitchers and arms and all this stuff. You just let the big boys eat and see who takes home the crown. Again, MLB does the All Star game right compared to a lot of other sports. And just having that ending, imagine watching that game like, damn, going to extras, here we go. Then these guys just come out, start doing a home run derby. Like, whoa, what's going on here? Because I mean, I feel like for an average MLB fan, I would say most people probably didn't know that was going to happen.
I had no clue that was a thing, and
oh,
I watch
all
games.
right.
I watch games every single day. Had zero clue that was even a remote possible thing. But I think it's a way just to keep like the younger generation in the game too. I think they
Yeah.
definitely, when we talk about little kids, they definitely care about dudes hitting balls 450 feet over watching an entire game where you could maybe see a few runs here and there scored.
Yeah, no, for sure. They did it right. I think it hit. I don't know if it hit in terms of viewers or viewership or ad revenue, whatever the case might be. But in my mind, it hit.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. It's one of the only sports going on right now outside of that and the WNBA. Which there's been a lot of talk and some stuff going on in the WNBA too. So they had their All Star game, whatever. Um, Seemed like there was a pretty good atmosphere, a good amount of people there.
In Indy.
Definitely, yeah. I don't know why you didn't go. You'd have seen a lot of shattered backboards, because there were just bricks tossed up. But the thing that got me the most with this whole thing was, I believe her name's Kelsey Plum. Is that it?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
She's been a character this year. First of all,
She's made people not like her. That's for sure.
yeah, the WNBA and the players want the money. They want all the fans. And this was a few weeks ago, but a fan approached Kelsey Plum, and by the take of the video, the guy was probably, I don't, in his 40s, maybe, I don't know. And he went up and asked for her autograph, and she basically just called him a creep for
Yeah.
trying to get her autograph, which I don't. If you want fans, that's not the way to go about things. And then post All-Star weekend for them, post All-Star game, I think she was the captain of a team, maybe. Her and Sabrina IIU or whatever her name. She's from
INSQ.
Oregon. She went to Oregon. Yeah, that. She went to Oregon. She was actually very good. But I guess they planned these shirts saying like pay us or something. And then she went on to just blame Caitlin Clark and say they did not take like a serious approach about it or didn't do anything about it. And even Sabrina looked over and said like that did not need to be said, but all right. And
Yeah.
it's just, I think she's a horrible face for the NBA right now. Or
No, I mean,
WNBA, excuse me.
one thing I will say is with the WNBA being in Indy, I actually went to, I think it was Saturday. I think the game was Saturday night. Saturday morning, they did like a dribble walk or something for kids. And you paid, I don't know, $5, $10, whatever it was. You got a free basketball and you dribbled from the start point to the finish point, which is at the circle and like the main monument in downtown Indianapolis. They had hoops everywhere. They had different activities for the kids. I will say like that was actually really cool. I didn't, us normal fans don't really go to all-star games or anything like that for any sport. So, I mean, it was actually cool to be a part of, and they had a huge setup in the convention center. They did it very, very well. and I'll give them props for that. But in terms of the whole Kelsey Plum stuff, yeah, the fact that it's a little bit contradicting because you have players like Kelsey Plum that want to get paid more. They want to be seen more. They want to be heard more. But at the end of the day, some guy who just wants an autograph from them on a trading card gets shit from it because she doesn't want to sign it and thinks this guy's a creep for wanting to do that. It's like you can't have it both ways, right?
Right.
And I agree with Ionescu that shouldn't have been said in a press conference. And she's gone back on it saying like how she loves Caitlin Clark and all of this stuff because this isn't her first runaround with Caitlin Clark and her being the face of the league. And them wearing T-shirts, I think great. You
Yeah.
protest what you want to protest, and honestly, with that's just how investments work. Is the money there? Is the WNBA making money? No, but the future of it, people are investing in it. They haven't seen any of that share, which I totally understand, and they should. But at the same time, it's like you can't win in both sides. You can't try to be the face of the league, try to do these types of protests and stand for what you want, but then at the end of the day, when somebody's asking for you for an autograph, tell them that they're a creep. Like that, like
Right.
that's the type of stuff that pisses me off, makes me angry. It's like stay on one side. You guys do deserve to get paid more money, but also that comes with a price. You're going to sign more autographs. You're going to take more pictures. You're going to do more press conferences, and you have to be okay with that.
Right. And in my opinion, she's kind of acting like the WNBA fans should be younger kids, younger generation, but at the end of the day, they're not the ones paying $30 to see their games. It's literally guys like that went up to her asking for
Yeah,
the autograph.
for sure. And I've got absolutely zero issues with the WNBA. Quite frankly, I probably watch the WNBA more than most people because I love
Yeah.
basketball too. But at the end of the day, you cannot, especially with somebody who's that good, who's that prominent in the league, you cannot just be like butt heads with each other. You guys are all in the same league wanting the same things. You know, it's like
Yeah.
why have this argument? And you know what? Maybe this is bringing more eyes to the WNBA. I don't know. Maybe that's a tactic that they worked out internally. I don't know. But at the end of the day, just stay true. Don't go back and forth. Just pick the side that you want and stick to it.
Yeah. I just, it feels at times some of these players are just so against each other.
It's
And that's
crazy,
like
dude.
it's the furthest possible thing that they need.
You're trying to grow the league. you got villains and you've got gods essentially. Like just find a common ground and work it out. I don't know. I don't know what the
And
solution is.
you're just shitting on a WNBA 40-year-old man for being a fan of the game, which is nuts to
For
me.
real. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like
It's absolutely crazy.
like
But I mean, at the end
that
of the day,
yeah, it is just unreal. I could not believe that video. That video seemed fake.
it's such a bad look. It's such a
Yeah.
bad look. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with the whole feud. I mean, I honestly don't know if it seems like Caitlin Clark's loved, but she's also hated. Sabrina Ionescu seems like everybody loves her, but then she also has these public haters. It's like at the end of the day, I mean, if you want this WNBA to grow consistently, it's like there's got to be some sort of unity. You know, who
Yeah.
knows? Half the players might go on strike someday. Like I have no idea.
Yeah. I think there's already so much going on in the WNBA that they've struggled for years in terms of just making money and growing the game, that the players being against each other at the halfway point of the season it's just like you got to grow up eventually. It's like you said, pick and choose the battles that you really want, and that's not one of them right now.
For sure. They're definitely in the right direction, but again, I don't know how sustainable that is if you can't continue to work on the day-to-day product rather than all these outside factors. But I mean, we're just two dudes sitting in chairs talking about a podcast. So, I mean, what the hell do we know?
Right. Yeah. I've seen clips of the WNBA. I haven't sat down and watched an entire game. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just like my 5 cents on the whole situation.
No, yeah, it's good sense. It's a good sense, Carrie. But let's move on. Call me crazy. Okay. Segment for the first time listeners, call me crazy. It's just something that a little bit controversial that we might, whether it's as dumb as peanut butter jelly sandwiches are worse than deli sandwiches, whatever the case might be. Call me crazy. It's a segment that we typically do, but we're bringing it back for the first time in a while. Carrie, go ahead.
All right, call me crazy. And I am a person, the little things are like, that's what's fun to me. I don't need to do any big ass crazy trip. But call me crazy. One of the best day drinking type of activities you could possibly do is just floating down a river for 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours. Someone's got a little speaker on them. You got a cooler with you.
Yeah.
Everyone's just vibing in the sun. You got to wear the sunscreen, or else you're gonna get really, really burnt. But I'm just, there's no better vibe, and I promise you, you will lay there and you don't think about anything if you're like truly an outside person. It's the greatest feeling in the world. You have to do it if you haven't done it. And basically, I'm saying, call me crazy because I want you to try to find something better to do.
No, it's fair. You know, when you started saying that sentence, I was thinking you were going to say a boat, but you said a
Yeah,
tube,
yeah. I
which,
mean, I would. The boat is up there.
yeah, that's where I thought you were going with it, which me
Okay, I guess
personally,
I'm thinking more just like you can
no, no,
go
no.
do it at any time.
Yeah, oh
I
yeah,
would
for
say
sure.
the tube. Yeah,
For sure. Speaking of which, when you go with like a group of people, are your tubes tied together? Wow.
yeah. We have like yeah. Oh, they're tied.
Wow.
No, we got like a 50-foot rope, and we just connect them all together. You don't have to do that, but the river still moves quick enough that it's just way too easy to lose people in your group.
Yeah. Now, see, now I'm trying to think of whether I'd rather be on a boat or a tube with the fellas.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know,
You don't
dude.
gotta
That's
you don't gotta
tough.
worry about driving. You don't gotta worry about driving.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't gotta worry about being the sober one.
Yeah.
You
It's
like
like
when the
whatever
place
happens, wherever you go, you go.
right the place we go to is Wild Horses, and we'll see
Ooh.
horses there all the time, cross right in front of
Yeah.
us. Um, and it's just like something out of a book or a movie. Like you don't just like think about experiencing that until like it actually happens.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I read. The more and more I think about a tube, the more I want to do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's yeah. If there's a place in Indy or maybe a little south of Indy, I
There's
bet you
a
can find a spot.
no, there's a couple of places. It's more on, yeah, it's like a river tube tube ride, but I've never done it. I might go try it. Might go try it.
I think you should.
Yeah, I
That'd be
like
a
that.
fun little trip, fun little day trip to do.
Yeah, I like it. I like that a lot. But Carrie, call me crazy. The Open Championship in golf is the best tournament.
I will say my knowledge is not all there. That is not at the same location every year, is it?
No, that's across the pond
Okay.
in Europe.
Yeah.
Switches locations.
It was in Scotland this year, correct?
Northern Ireland, Royal Portrush.
Northern Ireland. Okay. Okay. I've been to
Yeah.
Ireland. I've not been there. I do think it gets the most hype though, just around that tournament coming around
Well,
every year.
I would say obviously I think the Masters gets the most hype. I gets the most viewers. The Masters is the Masters. For whatever reason, the Open Championship, and maybe I'm not American. I don't know why I like that better than like the U.S. Open or the Masters. The Open Championship, it's something about Americans going across the pond, trying to win a golf tournament on somebody else's soil in shit weather. Fan base is going nuts for their home people like Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood,
Hatton.
Matty Fitz, yeah, Terrell Hatton, all these overseas guys and Americans just kicking the shit out of them and winning across the pond. I also think the broadcast is great. The scoreboard's great. The tradition behind golf over there. I mean, golf started across the
The
pond.
the announcers,
Yeah,
the accent.
everything about the Open Championship I don't know. I think it's the best tournament in golf. I'll be honest. Over the U.S. Open and the Masters. Something about links golf. I don't know what it is.
But no, I agree with you on all of that. I honestly, everything about that tournament reminds me of the greatest game ever played. I don't know if you've
Oh,
seen that movie.
yeah.
Or, yeah, you're
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
oh my god, I love that movie. But I think
It's a great movie.
I think the thing with golf is that to me, it is the hardest sport in the world. So it's like almost every major tournament, I look at them the exact same way because I'm like, these dudes are shooting under par, and I could not break 100, couldn't break 110, maybe not even 120 on the courses they're playing.
I think you'd be close to the 120. You'd probably not
Yeah,
break 120.
Oakmont might be like 140.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm right there with you, though. I mean, I'm not breaking those either. They play very hard golf. You would think a stationary ball and a club and putting it into a hole would not be as difficult as it is. Golf is so hard. I shot a 79 yesterday and three putted three times on the back nine. And I literally said to the guys I was playing with, I had like a 50-foot lag putt that I ended up three putting, obviously.
Yeah,
They sniffed the hole every time from a tap in to 100 feet. They are coming close to making it every single putt.
yeah. I think I don't know what it is, dude. My capability of reading a green is so bad. Like it could be slightly going left or slightly going right. Those are the greens I cannot read, and I think they go the opposite direction of where they actually go. And I truly don't know what it is. I just can't read a green, can't putt to save my life. I have no type of short game from like 100 to 140 out. Fucking, but no, probably even like 80 yards to 140 out. Can't do it. I can hit my driver well every now and then. It's probably my most consistent club, honestly. But I will drive a ball 300 yards just to duff the next chip.
It's a humbling sport, dude. It's a humbling game.
Yeah. Like we said, it's the only thing you could be so pissed off after and still go pay 50 to $100 next week to play.
Every time. Every time. And you know what? I expect more of myself next time. The next time I go out and be like, I'm going to be better. I'm going to shoot better. Yet before the round, do I stretch? No. Do I hit range balls? No. I take like 3 or 4 putts, maybe a chip, grab 6 beers, and head out there. Like, that's just how it is. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful game. What a game.
That first drive, I don't know where it's going. I'll hit it
No
hard.
clue. No clue.
I feel like my first drive every single day is definitely a little kind of pushing it to the right, out of play,
Yeah.
100%, or into the other fairway.
That's the best feeling is when you have such a bad shot that it's actually a good shot. I
Yeah,
tend
it's
to get
middle of the fairway, just on the wrong
yeah,
hole.
count it as a gur or a fur.
That sounds
Yeah,
better.
no, yeah, it does, it does. But yeah, Open Championship, my favorite tournament. I think it's the best tournament. I don't know what it is. Links golf's just fantastic. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, literally everything about golf is crazy. I can't. I think I've gotten to a point where like a lot of these shots are pretty. These guys are pretty good at hitting the green from a certain distance, obviously, but it's a lot of shots I see that, and I'm just like, it's actually insane how every guy is just nailing the green. Like,
It's unreal.
I can't fathom it. I can't hit a ball perfectly straight, no matter where I'm lined up.
It's funny too when I'm watching golf and the announcers are like, bad shot from Scotty Scheffler or whatever the case might be, and it's like 12
It's 2
feet.
feet off the
I'm
green
like,
or something,
I'm,
or
I'm like, pretty good. That's a pretty damn
yeah,
good shot.
yeah.
Take
He hit
that
the
every
green, but
day.
he's got like a 50-foot putt or something, and they're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm like, I would
for
kill for that
Eagle.
shot.
Scotty Scheffler, Open Championship, unreal, wins again. But Kerry, Speaking of the Irish, college football is right around the corner. And we're going to talk about the Notre Dame football schedule. I'll run through the games real quick and then I'll say something quick about it, but let me know your thoughts. So we start off at Miami, top 25 game. Going to be tough. Bye week, then we have Texas A&M at home. Played them on the road last year. Got them home. We got Purdue at home. Then we go on the road at Arkansas, SEC opponent. And we got 3 straight home games in Boise State, NC State, USC. Go on the road at Boston College. Home against Navy. On the road at Pitt. Home against Syracuse. On the road at Stanford. What stands out to you? What do you think the biggest games are? What do you think could possibly be the biggest hiccups?
All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to note that realistically, you and I don't think we're losing any of these games. So I'm just going to jump into what I think the top 3 difficult games are, in my opinion. I think Notre Dame Miami is going to look very similar to Notre Dame Texas A&M last year. I think it's going to be a shootout, a lot of defense, little bit of struggle from both teams offensively. Typically, Miami is a big scoring type of team. I'm still not sold on Carson Beck. I still think Notre Dame comes out, wins that game by no more than 10 or 13, but I think we end up handling business in the fourth quarter. All right, and then I think it's very interesting that we just jump into a bye week second game. I can't recall too many times that we have taken a bye week that soon. I could just be completely botching that or forgetting about that.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't remember a time in our lifetime that we played a game that had a week off in the first week of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I think that is a pretty big advantage, honestly. You can learn so much from that first game, pick up on
Yeah.
so many little cues that you missed defensively, offensively, maybe stuff that we should have seen from like an offensive setup that Miami comes out in that we could have realized or picked up earlier based off of our own mistakes. I think Texas A&M at Notre Dame, I think that's got a relatively chance of being another slow defensive game, but that one Notre Dame comes out again. So right now, I think our first 2 games of the year are going to relatively be our hardest ones to deal with. My 2 sneaky ones though, it's it's an SEC school at Arkansas. That's not an easy
Yeah.
place to show up and beat a team. I don't think Arkansas is going to be amazing by any means. I think they're going to have maybe 7 wins this year, maybe pushing 8. And then this one might be a shock. I think at Pitt could be tough. Pitt had a solid team last year. They definitely showed signs of just absolutely choking their season away last year when we both thought they were going to be solid. Um, but I don't know. I feel like we used to play Pitt more traditionally year round years ago, and it seemed like they would always give us issues. So I'm gonna say at Pitt's going to be our struggle game too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely, you hit a nail on the head just with the tough games. The first 4 weeks are going to determine what the season is. I do think, I don't necessarily love the bye week, week 2. Honestly, I feel like it gives
Yeah,
us a little bit too much. Like, you go play a very tough game at Miami, and I don't think Miami's going to be very good by the end of the year. But on the road in the arguably one of Notre Dame's biggest rivalries, if not the biggest rivalry in Notre Dame history, at least the most public animosity in Miami, going on the road and beating them, and then either coming off that. I think it depends. If we win in Miami, that Texas A&M game's just going to be as hard, even though it's at home. If we lose, I think we come out and just kick the shit out of Texas A&M. But having that bye week, you can look at 1 week of film, see what you need to work on, see what you're good with, and then you have to come in and play a good opponent on your home turf. I don't love that, honestly. But no, the first 4 weeks of Notre Dame season, I think, determine what it is. And I've seen online from other people saying Notre Dame has a super tough schedule. Outside of those first 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I don't think it's that difficult. I think if we can get through that,
yeah,
I do think at Pitt's going to be a difficult game. I think USC is going to be better than what they were last year. But I mean, they lost weapons. Like Zachariah Branch is gone, their best wide receiver. They lost key defensive guys to the NFL. Like, I don't see us having any issues with them at home. I look at this schedule and I see Power Five opponents. I see some big colleges in there. But at the end of the day, like, I don't see anything that I'm super scared of right now. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see. Honestly, that Syracuse game after Pitt at home is going to be more difficult than people think because Steve Angeli's at Syracuse. He's going to come to Notre Dame Stadium and want to beat the shit out of us. I
Yeah,
don't
man.
I don't love that matchup at all, dude.
I hate to see that guy walk away.
Yeah, I know you're the biggest Steve
MVP of the
Angeli guy of all
semifinals.
time.
I
Yeah.
was. So I was curious, by the way, because I have also heard that a lot of people think Notre Dame's schedule's relatively difficult for what it's been in the past. I pulled up Texas A&M's schedule. They have UTSA and Utah State back to back weeks, first week, second week. Then this is their schedule. At Notre Dame, they got Auburn at home, Mississippi State at home, Florida at home, Texas A&M at home, or Texas A&M at Arkansas, A&M at LSU, A&M at Missouri, and they end the season at Texas. So to anyone that wants to say Notre Dame has a hard schedule, I think that might be a little strong worded. That is a hard schedule, and I get it. They're in the SEC. They're playing teams in the SEC. But I mean, when you look at that schedule compared to Notre Dame's, I would 100% take our schedule any year.
Yeah, I guess I mean it really just depends on how is Mississippi State going to be? How is Missouri going to be? Like I don't know.
Arkansas,
I don't
Florida.
it's like a lot of those mid to low tier SEC teams. I mean, how do they compare to like a Boise State? I mean, Boise State was a playoff team last year. Granted, they had the best running back in the country, but they did return a lot of guys. NC
They didn't
State
have Cam
team,
Scatabo.
touche. Uh, NC State, like I feel like NC State always plays kind of tough. It shouldn't have any issues with Boston College, Navy, Stanford, like those teams. And I do agree. There's a lot. Notre Dame's getting a lot of credit for their football schedule. I personally don't see it. My mind could change as the season goes on and we see how some of these teams come out and perform. But right now, I don't think Notre Dame has a hard schedule besides the first 4 weeks. Get through the first 4 weeks, you're in the playoff, either hosting a playoff game or doing better than that and getting a bye. It's like I like where we're at.
Hosting a playoff game would be pretty cool again. That was a lot of fun last year.
I will say I go back and forth. Like, man, I want to be the number. I want to be a top 4 seed, whatever. Want to just move on, get a bye week, but also at the same time, that home playoff game was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so electric, dude.
We still cannot be a 1 through 4 seed this year, correct? Has
Yeah, we can.
they did change that? Okay.
They,
You think for that instance, let's say all 1 through 4 seeds last year. Obviously, they lost their first playoff game. I think all four of them did. Correct.
yeah.
Do you think all four of them wins? Nothing changes. I would think it wouldn't, but
Um,
because if they're winning
no,
their first game at least,
yeah, I still think it would. I think it would definitely still be a conversation. Would they pull the trigger on it? I think there's a little bit less debate for that, but I still think that they change it honestly because I mean having 3 weeks off in the most important time of your season is too much. I think too many coaches would have complained even if they won those games. It's a lot. I think there would have been still a conversation. I don't know if they would have changed it though.
yeah, very fair. I was just curious.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we'll dive deeper into college football and who our predictions are each conference, who we like the most, who we don't like the most. We'll obviously dive deep into Notre Dame football just because that's who we follow, that's who we love, that's who we cherish, bleed. That's who we give our hearts to and get broken year after year. It's just who we are. So if you don't like
Yep.
it, I don't
Get used
care.
to it.
You're gonna get it. Get used to it. But we're gonna cover a lot of college football this year as we did last year. Helmet stickers are coming back. Top plays are coming back. We're gonna have it all here on this podcast. But Carrie, let's get to the best part of every episode, and that is the best bet. Carrie, there's 2 picks out there for the people today. You got one of them. What is it?
Pretty simple here. Guardians at home. They are facing the Orioles. Orioles, obviously not the team anyone expected this year. Not great. So I'll be on the Guardians. Allen's on the mound. And the reason I love the Guardians right now, this is a must-win series for them against the Orioles. They are within 8 games of the Tigers now. The Tigers have tanked recently. If the Guardians are going to make a realistic push, they're going to make it now while the Tigers are kind of sucking it up because the Guardians obviously aren't going to just outplay the Tigers this entire half of the season. So I think it's the Guardians' time right now to make a push. So I'm all over them tomorrow.
Love it. Already on it. Guardians are right there,
Yep.
dude.
But what is the pick to seal the sweep this week?
We're going to stay in the division.
Oh,
Kind
wow.
of.
White Sox?
No.
White Sox to
We're
win the
gonna
World Series?
Thought about it, but no. We are going to go with Blue Jays money line against the Detroit Tigers plus cheese for a Tigers team that has scored, a run in the last month? I don't know. But we're going Blue Jays.
I think their one win in the past like 8 or 9 games was at the Rangers, and Skubal was on the mound, and they won 2-1. So they won that game because of Skubal and no one else.
Right. Exactly. So we're going to go
He's
Blue
not
Jays
pitching
money
tomorrow.
line. A team that's competing for the division right now, who's played really good baseball. You got Eric Lauer on the bump, who has been really good this year, sub-3 ERA. Tigers are not playing good baseball offensively. Their pitching hasn't been all that great. I'm going to maybe the end of the Blue Jays run, that tear that they've been on, but I'm hoping that it continues a little bit longer for this best bet. But give me the Blue
I would
Jays.
like to add on to this. Blue Jays have won 6 out of their last 10.
Yep.
Tigers have won 1 out of their last 10. And then back to my bet, the Guards have won 8 of their last 10, and the Orioles have only won 3 of their last 10.
Taking
So
the
the
hot
numbers
teams.
pointed out. The
Yeah,
numbers pointed out.
for sure. Like the pitching matchup. I think the Blue Jays are playing well offensively. Let's see how they can do on the road going to Detroit. Guards money line, Blue Jays money line. That's a sweep.
Yep.
It's a sweep.
Not a massive amount of games tomorrow, so
No.
get your bets in, be smart
Yep.
with it.
Yep.
We don't need any hero ball. We got a whole weekend of bets.
For sure. For sure. But if it's your first time joining us, appreciate you. We are Gotchasports returners, all the love. Carrie, that's all I got. What do you got?
We got your sports.
Until next time.